Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live with the Roxy on this Friday. Friday's Friday. Gonna get down on Friday. Wow, rocks. Friday, April 9th. Oh, I think it's my ex's birthday. I'll have to look into that a little later. Welcome back to Live with the Roxy. Okay, and the phone is going off. Just a lot of professionalism going on early today. It's not that early. It's 1:42 rocks. Get your shit together. Falcon and the Winter Soldier had an episode 4. The episode was incredible, and I just cannot wait to talk about it. I usually save my reviews, and I don't say how I feel until I get to the review part, but I can't hide it. It was so good. The episode was so good. Oh, I love this show. I love this show. I love loving this show. I'm stoked about this show. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is starring in Indiana Jones 5. I say it like that because, I love her. This is interesting. We officially got the Zemo cut, #release the Zemo cut, and they did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't you worry. I will break that down for you. And unfortunately, officially, it was confirmed today that DMX had passed away. I know we haven't talked about that on the show yet. I've been following the story pretty closely, though. And I'm really, really bummed about this. Addiction is a brutal bitch. And it's fucking awful, and it takes some really great people. And so we certainly will be talking about that, all of that and more today, live at the Roxy. Thank you to all of you guys who are here with me today. I haven't done this in a second, so I just want to give some quick shout outs at the top of the show to Adrian Bailey, Evan Hooker, Robert Turner, John Bainbridge, Manny Gonzalez, Zeno Hour, Morse Code Z, Big Mo Podcast, an Analytical Brain Banner, French Taunter, Brittany Parker, Redford Reddington, Melissa Byrne, Nick Hill, Memnani, ZB, all of you guys who are in here right now live for the top of the show. Thank you guys for being here on time, even when I am not, and for making sure that the rock stars are alive and well. Morse Code Z, Cena Bigelow, Rob K. Thank you to all of you. Amazing, amazing rock stars for being here. Hail Lobster. Hail Lobster is a funny name. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Sovik Gosel. Wow, some fun names today that I am not, that we don't see live here too often. Happy to have all of you guys, and thank you for being here, joining the show at the top of the show. So I'm going to take some Streamlabs now, and then we will get into it. We will save all spoilers on Falcon and the Winter Soldier to the end of the episode. So in case you did not watch, don't worry. We will not be doing any spoilers until we get there. If you spoil the episode and we are not in the spoiler section, then you will be banned from this group forever. Because we don't like some spoilery bitches here. And that's just the way that the show works. Also, because it's rude as fuck. Let people live their lives. We'll talk about it at the end. Y'all can wait. All right, going into the Streamlabs to see where the support is coming from today. Hopefully the Streamlabs works today. Yesterday was cramping my style. But at the very end of the show, Lady Dog Brandy said, "It's better fucking work or I'm giving up and going back to bed. LOL, just sending some love. XOXO. Have a great day." Brandy, I hope you're feeling better after vaccination, and thank you for that support. Appreciate you. Last night, Cinema Garia said, "Have you seen Exterminate All the Brutes on HBO Max? Please do." No, I haven't. I don't even know what that is. Is it a show, a movie? Tell me more. Morse Code Z says, "The last 2 days during your show, I've had the last of my dental work, 3 fillings on Wednesday, and did some consulting for my former boss's widow on Thursday. Today, I'll be hopefully driving home from getting my second Moderna shot. When I saw the mini Marshman, I thought, I being of the right age, thought, what if the Mogwai, Gizmo were already the gremlins. Also, glad to see you look recovered from your night of prank stress. That was brutal. Winston recounting his on Blurred's was priceless. Yeah, I watched that. Thanks to Jake who sent that to me. That was fucking ridiculous. Morse Code Z, welcome back. Hope your dental work went well, and we appreciate having you here. Cinema Gadia says Exterminate/Brutes on HBO Max is a series with Josh Hartnett where he plays various genocidal/capitalist white men in different eras of world history, examining the impact of racism, bigotry, and fascism to this day. Wow, I love Josh Hartnett. And this is on HBO Max. When did it come out? I feel like I missed this one completely. Cinema Gadia also says, I also highly suggest the Untold History of the United States documentary series, which shows vids and documents U.S. since World War I, U.S. companies and politicians who support the Nazis in World War II, and how all these players and events are relevant to this day. Thanks for the suggestions, Cinema Gadia. We really appreciate that. You guys are awesome, and I take your word that things are good very, very seriously. That's how I get my recs from things. Y'all are the shit. Continuing in the Streamlabs, what's going on in here? Adrian Bailey says, hi, Roxy. How you doing today? I know this has nothing to do with the episode, but I wanted to say we lost Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, today in the UK. He was 99, such a loss to our community. Thanks for reading this to America. Love you, RJ. So, I don't know how to talk about him because I guess actually let's just use this to talk about DMX and the prince that passed today. And I'm only clumping them in together, although we'll talk about DMX separately, because did you guys see Kerry Washington tweeted today? I screenshotted it because inevitably I knew she would delete it, and she did. Kerry Washington tweeted, anybody else wondering what DMX and His Royal Highness Prince Philip are chatting about together at the pearly gates? My love to both their families. May they both rest in peace. So, saw that. And then there was a lot of people in there being like, I guarantee you that DMX and His Royal Highness are not in the same place. And I was like, I actually don't know enough about the royals to know why people are saying really bad things about Prince Philip. Unless it's just about the fact that he's Prince Andrew's father. And I don't know. That might just be what it is. I know the speculations around Prince Andrew and the allegations that he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, as was Trump, as was Clinton, but that he was accused of sexual assault. So I don't know about his father. I don't know how the royals work. I don't know well enough to know. But if you are from the UK and this is a loss to you, then I'm sorry, my friend. But I have heard from some people that that he's really, really not a great dude. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I just don't know enough to know. So I try not to speak on things that I'm just that non-knowledgeable about. And yeah, but in that vein, we did lose DMX today. It was really confusing the last week because we had heard that he had a drug-induced heart attack and we knew that he was addicted to crack cocaine since he was a teenager. I feel like I sound so white when I say crack cocaine. He was addicted to crack cocaine. He was addicted to crack, and he was addicted since he was a kid. But he had canceled his tour in 2019 so that he'd go to rehab and was trying to get help. And from all of the stories that have come out online since he was hospitalized, it seems like he was just a really, really great dude. And sometimes this happens where really great people are addicts. I know several. And it fucking sucks because, I don't know the stats on crack, but for heroin, they say when you're a heroin user, the chances of you becoming clean are 7%. It's just so small. And it's not to say people can't do it, because they absolutely can. And there are people who are recovered. I mean, I don't know where you are, Texas teacher, but hopefully you're doing okay right now. We have a lot of addicts in here. And you guys know I myself have struggled with pills in the past and drugs in the past and whatnot. Just is really fucking horrible. And we have to take care of our young. And the fact that he thought he was smoking weed and it was laced with fucking, and then it was crack. Like, it's just so shitty what happened to him. And he was trying to recover, and just really upset. Yesterday they announced that a friend of his had said that he had died, and then they came out and said he didn't die, but that he was on life support. And then this morning there was the official statement that he had passed away. Horrible. To his friends, to his fans, to his family, to everybody sharing stories about him. Definitely gone too soon, and seemingly was a really, really great guy. So I can't stress this enough, that addiction is to be taken seriously. It's not fun. It's never fucking fun. And especially during this time of isolation and quarantine, we have to check on our addict friends. It's very likely they're not doing okay. And yeah, I have addicts in my family, and a lot of them have managed to stay sober during this time, but it's so fucking hard. It's so fucking hard when you already have demons and stuff. Ugh. Just horrible. So to DMX and being a good person, we all have our demons, and unfortunately he lost this battle, and we're going to remember him fondly, and his art, which really brought a lot of joy to my life, and I'm sure a lot of you guys as well. Also, just note to all of us that to wait until it's confirmed somebody's dead, that back and forth, imagine for his friends and his family, it was just so stressful and concerning. So yeah, Twitter can be a dangerous place. All right, let's go back in the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar says Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankinson, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. Justice for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. Say their names. Hello and good afternoon. Roxy Rocks, RJ Skittles, Chunk, GPS Misdirection, Silver the Alpzilla, Queen Badges, Dimples. Great job on OSA. Thank you. That's Only Stupid Answers, which is on Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Well wishes for great day/evening. Love to you, Grammy and Popo. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and yours. Thanks, Glenn, my dear. Leonard Kim says, hey, Dimple Tits, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the tea recommendation. I bought the vanilla bean macaroon, and I went down the rabbit hole and also purchased peachy green, wild orange, and lemon loaf. I'm not mad about it, but my bladder is furious. I really like the lemon loaf also, but yeah, the vanilla macaroon is great. I'm not a big peachy green person. I don't like fruity in my greens. And I've never tried wild orange, but I hope you enjoy all of them. And tea for the win. Today I'm drinking just an Earl Grey. This Twinings Earl Grey. I bought a pack of like 200 of it because then you save a lot of money. And God, it's good. It's just a good, hearty Earl Grey tea. I like a good black tea in the mornings. I know it's 2 p.m. Robert Turner says, AO and Bucky's connection and journey together. Okay, so I'm not going to read this right now, actually, because we're not doing any spoilers on that. So somebody remind me to come back to Robert Turner's later on. Glenn Caesar says, congrats and fuck yeah, Roxy, on all that's in the works and unfolding the new chapter, new adventures of Roxy in 2021 and beyond. Roxy, RJ Chunk is fucking fire. Roxy Best, Roxy number one. Roxy Best, Roxy number one. Yeah. Happy Roxy days. Speeding through that part. Good vibes to you, Rox, on garnering all your much deserved success. Good luck with all hosting, filming, auditions, and or booking other projects coming up. What's for you is yours, Roxy. You're earning it all because you're fucking rock, RJ. Way to go and be. Thanks, Glenn. The self-tapes last night, Steph was immensely helpful, and I think they went really well. We'll see. But, I was just proud of myself that even though I've been having kind of a shit week, I was able to channel that into my art. My art. The baby in my belly. It's my art. Wow. It's my art. Sounds like it's smart. It's my art. It's Borat all the time. It's sexy time explosion. Glenn also says, congrats and fuck yeah, Roxy, on all that's in the works and unfolding in the new chapter, new adventures of Roxy this year and more. Roxy RJ Chunk is fucking fire. Roxy best, Roxy number one, Roxy best, Roxy number one. Yeah, happy Roxy days. Glenn, you're making me say it twice. Whoa. You know I have a hard time with that. Roxy and everyone else who shows up for people, you're kind, you're smart, you're unique, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers on the internet or not, makes you worthy. Your story is important and deserves to be seen and heard. Thank you, Glenn, for that. That part's definitely true. I don't have a hard time saying that. Just complimenting myself. It's weird. It gets so weird. All right, moving on. Let's talk a little bit about Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I started with Fleabag with her. Absolutely loved it. Then went back and watched Crashing. It was really great. Obviously, we know her as a droid in Star Wars. That's dope too. Then she's been writing on some big, nerdy, great projects. And now she's going to be starring alongside Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5. I have to say, this seems like kind of an odd fit to me. And not odd as in bad, just odd as in if you had said, who do you think is going to be the lead female in Indiana Jones? She wouldn't have been my first guess because from what we see from her, she is this British, all about like deadpan, her comedic timing. She's hysterical. And that doesn't mean that she is one note because we just haven't seen yet. But I don't know what she's going to be doing in the Indiana Jones movie. I don't know what the tone of the movie is going to be. I don't know if she's a child of indies. I don't know if she's there's a big age gap here. So I don't know. I don't know. Is she a confidant of his? What is the relationship between Harrison Ford and Phoebe Waller-Bridge? I don't know. I think that it's exciting. I like that she is involved, but I just don't even know what to expect. I don't really know what to expect from this film in general. Send bunnies by a show of bunnies versus hearts. Send bunnies if you think this movie is going to be good, and send hearts if you think it's not going to be good. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but bunnies for you think Indy 5 is going to be good. Hearts for you don't think Indy 5 is going to be good. I don't know what to expect. Andrew says, is she another villain? I don't know because they are calling her the lead female. So I guess she could be a villain, but I don't know. Everybody's trying to forget Crystal Skull. Yeah, I know. I keep calling this Indy 4 and then have to be like, no, this is Indy 5. All right, so there's a lot of hearts coming in and not many bunnies. So y'all don't have much confidence in this movie from what I'm seeing, except for Evan Hooker, who sends bunnies and says wishful thinking. It could be awesome, but will it be? But if Phoebe Waller-Bridge is signing on to the project, maybe she believes in it. It always gets me excited when her name is attached to something. It's one of the reasons I'm excited about this Bond movie, because you guys know I've only ever seen one other Bond movie, so anything she's writing or starring in or producing or anything, I'm just more interested in it than not. Anyway, I hope it's good. And we'll keep you posted as we know more about what's going on with Phoebe Waller-Bridge in Indiana Jones 5. And you guys let me know what you're thinking in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, the super chat. Everybody who's in here live right now, please go ahead and like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Write a comment afterwards. Go to Apple Podcasts. Leave a review. Y'all, not trying to be a bitch, but y'all suck at that. Y'all suck at the Apple Podcast reviews. And make sure that you support in the super chat, or better yet, in the Streamlabs. It's just streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. You go there, you give your support. I read it live on the show. That's the way it all works, in case you are new here, which I do see some new names, which I love to see. All right. Before we get into this, is the last thing we'll talk about before we get into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4 review, the Zemo cut. So this is about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it has nothing to do with episode 4, and there's no spoilers. For last week's episode, we saw Zemo do a little dance, make a little love, get down and out. He was just doing his little white boy shuffle. And it went viral. You never know in these shows what is going to be the thing that makes the internet be like, that's the clip, that's the gif. You just never know. And so people were like, release the Zemo cut, release the Zemo cut. So Disney, for some reason, was like, and on their YouTube, on Marvel Entertainment's official YouTube, they released a 1 hour and 8-second video that is the Zemo cut, which is just the clip of Zemo dancing on repeat, on loop for an hour, and it has over 2 million views. We as people are fucking psychotic. Like, what is wrong with us? And I'm one of you guys. I clicked on that video. I put that video on for way too long. I mean, it's going to play in the background of my parties. And this is something that I'm not going to lie, I'm into. But what the fuck does that say about me? I was like, what? In what world are we as a society like, we want the Zemo cut. We want the Zemo cut. And then Disney is like, all right, why don't we just, I mean, who did that? Was it an intern? Who did they say, sit down and make a 1 hour looped version of this and upload it to our YouTube and see how many millions can you get? Or what intern who pitched this and who did this? Release the Zemo cut. I'm into it. I'm with you guys. I love the Zemo cut. But why? I don't fucking know. It's just these 20 seconds that are over and over and over. And I just kept watching it, kind of expecting it to change. And then you're 5 minutes in and you're like, nope, it hasn't changed yet. And then you're 10 minutes in and you're like, I've been watching this for 10 minutes. And then you're 40 minutes in and you're like, holy shit. Am I high? Probably. Not right now, but when I was watching, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. And I'm not even mad at it. As long as people aren't hurting people and they're happy and they're distracted, hey, there's a lot worse things that people could be into. So release the Zemo cut. Thank you to Disney and Marvel for giving us this true masterpiece. Who watched the Zemo cut? Don't lie to me. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. All right, in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I'm going to get to these before we get to our spoiler review. So get in Streamlabs now before we get to that. Big Mo Sabra said, as a New Yorker, DMX was an icon to all of us. My city is hurting right now. Wish I was there right now. Rest in peace, DMX. He was an amazing man that had his demons. This is a huge loss in the hip-hop community. Bump his music today in remembrance of him. Absolutely. Big Mo Sabra. Absolutely. Glenn Caesar says, good thoughts to you, RJ, and all the rock stars and world friends who show up and give their support whenever, however they can. Don't forget, even when it gets tough, you be by yourself. You're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. Let's go Smets and everyone fighting for today, tomorrow, and more. Smash cancer all day, every day. Be most excellent, RJ, and rock stars. Show up for people who need it. It makes you dope as fuck, humane and worthy. Cheers to fuck yeah news and laughter in 2021 and beyond. Agreed, Glenn Caesar, on everything you say, and appreciate your words every day. Apollo 3JP in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, fam, hi, winky face. It actually says this, fam, exclamation point, and then I think there's 6 dots, ... Hi, winky face. Apollo, you're something. Hi back to you. Hello to Apollo. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. We are officially going to get into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 4. our review. Can I say the word four? Episode four. It's going to be our spoiler review. So anybody who is planning on watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, who did not watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4, then I think it is time to peace out. Goodbye to my friends, Melissa Byrne, and everybody else who is leaving during this time. I appreciate you having been here at all. Y'all are the shit. And I will see you Sunday. I think I'm probably not going live tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. But I think I'm not. I'll keep y'all posted on Patreon and on Twitter. Okay, so this was your warning. This is time to get out. If you don't want spoilers, y'all better leave. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Yo, that episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was so good. Episode 4, I don't know if it's my favorite yet. I loved 2, 3, and 4 all so much for different reasons. But this was really a strong, strong episode. And I know we only have 2 episodes left. And it has me feel in a lot of ways like, how are we going to do this? I feel like we need more episodes. I mean, I'm just so invested in this. It is one of the best things that Marvel has put out ever. I honestly feel that way. I just think it is truly a masterpiece. It's so great to watch. They also have some interesting characters that you weren't expecting to take the turns that they've taken. And there's a lot of wild cards at play. So let's break it down. There's the situation this week is really a lot more about the flag smashers and learning the flag smashers and how to deal with the flag smashers and everybody's different opinion on where the flag smashers lie and how they should be handled. Now, when it comes to Carly, which, by the way, this Erin Kellyman, this actress, she is really good. She's really good. I'm super duper into her. And I hope that we see her book a ton of work after this because, yeah, I know she was in Solo and she's got a couple other credits that she's had, but this girl's an effing star. And the reason that I'm so into her is because I kind of feel her. I don't necessarily agree with the ways that she's going about everything, but in the same way that Sam kind of feels her, I kind of get what she's saying. It's frustrating when the world changes for positive. You know, the blip happens and the world changes for positive. People open up their borders. They're helping each other. There's more housing and food and resources for everybody. And then all of a sudden, shit just goes back to the way that it was before. And she feels like she's at the center of this cause. She is the martyr of this cause. She has the weight of the world on her shoulders. And so she's going to make some decisions that probably aren't right. But she is fighting for a good cause. And Sam can really see that. Sam is kind of our moral compass of the show. This show is without a doubt called The Falcon and The Winter Soldier. It's not both of them. It's really The Falcon show and his sidekick, although he doesn't like to be referred to as his partner, but it's Bucky, you know, it's Falcon and Bucky. And so when you've got something like that, where we know our moral compass is Sam, he's been our moral compass of the MCU for a long time. This is the reason why Captain America trusted him to be the next Cap. When he believes in her, we as the audience believe in her because we see, okay, Sam sees something in her, so we see something in her. Which is why ultimately it feels like such a betrayal where we end up with Carly. And I think after this episode, we've probably gone past the point of no return. And all of that is because of effing new Cap. That's what I call him. I know people are calling him all different things, but I call him new Cap. I'm talking about Wyatt Russell's character. This is how badly one person can fuck something up when they think they're the smartest person in the room, and they're not the smartest person in the room. I believe that if Falcon had been able to talk to Carly for a little longer, they might have actually been able to come to some kind of understanding. He might have actually been able to get through to her. But instead, new Cap is like, nah, I'm super smart. It's me, Captain America. Even though I get my ass kicked by every single person, not even just super soldiers. I know what's best because I'm Cap. And also, I'm this handsome dude who, and he does have a past as he is a vet, but like, he thinks that he thinks he's the bee's knees. And newsflash, you're not the bee's knees. You're not the bee's knees. You're just some dude who was given the shield and doesn't deserve it. You might have been an incredible soldier, and I feel for him as we see that he's probably dealing with some PTSD in this episode, thinking about the things he's done in his past. But you need to listen to the people who know what they're doing. And in this situation, Sam knew what he was doing, and you butchered it and you fucked it up for everyone, including yourself. And because of what you did, New Cap, your BFF Lamar ended up dead. So that's really what happened here. I'm not sure that Carly's past the point of no return. I think we'll always feel sympathetic towards her as an audience. But because Lamar ends up dead, and because she does that really upsetting thing where she calls Sam's sister and threatens Sarah and Sarah's kids, oof, I think the audience would have a really hard time getting back on this girl's full side. Even though we have empathy and sympathy for her, what she's doing is too much. She's gone too far, and her methods are not appropriate. And so that sucks. I really liked Bucky in this episode. I liked him for a few reasons. Yes, he's all like, that's not my partner and whatever. But you can tell he's really taking his leads from Falcon. He's listening to Sam, and he believes in Sam. And when his partner tells him that he can do something, although I don't know exactly how it worked where New Cap manipulated Bucky into letting them go into the room, I just think that Bucky did a really solid job this episode. Speaking of solid things this episode, Wakanda Forever. Holy shit. This was one of the coolest scenes we have seen in so fucking long. Do not send a man to do a woman's job, because apparently they simply cannot. The Dora Milaje are the shit. I mean, what is more badass than these women coming in and being like, Zemo, we want you. And Cap and Bucky and Sam know exactly what's going to happen. But New Cap, who thinks that he's like this legendary fighter or whatever, even though there's not a single person in that room that he could beat up, but okay. New Cap and Battlestar are like, oh, we've got this. It's the Dora Milaje. You're just, if you think that you've got this, you are sadly mistaken, my friends. And to bring back when we saw Bucky at the top of the episode in Wakanda and crying, and as he's getting, the spell is being broken, just picture this as Sleeping Beauty for a second, and he's realizing he's free, and that emotional, moving moment, all the way to this, where Ao takes off his arm, which who knew that could happen? I mean, we've really come full circle, or I don't even know if we're full circle. We're going in a circle. I think that we are not back yet. We're half circle. We've gone half circle. It was dope. It was really dope to see. And these women are badass, legendary women. What they were able to do with the shield too, so cool. I just loved the scene. And Zemo being the little shit that he is, because even if he's useful and even if we need him, he's a little shit. When he escapes down the hole, you're like, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Zemo in this episode was also kind of legendary. No, he wasn't doing his white boy dance at the club, but we did see him give candy to children and feel some kind of way about that. Like, oh, this is why parents teach you against taking candy from strangers, y'all. We got to watch that weird thing. We got to watch his escape. He's the one who calls or shoots Carly. I mean, he is a big person in this episode, and we see him also smash the serums, which we probably questioned in our minds. What would he do if he ever was face to face with these serums? Is he a hypocrite? Is he speaking the truth? And when we watch him smash them, we know where his head's at. Speaking of the serums, I'm not surprised at all. We knew it was just a matter of time until New Cap came across a serum and took it. And I have to say, if I was in New Cap's position, I probably would have taken the serum too. I know I'm not supposed to say that. I know I'm supposed to be one of the good guys, but New Cap got his ass handed to him. He got his ass handed to him by everybody. Every person he's fought, every super soldier, Dora Milaje, everybody who's come into contact with New Cap has kicked the crap out of him. And he's supposed to be Captain America. So yeah, if I'm him and my partner's telling me, you've got these medals and that means you're good and Steve Rogers was able to do it and whatever. If I'm New Cap, I'm probably taking the serum. Does that mean that he should have and it's going to turn out well? Probably not. Probably not. He's already a dick and it's just going to make him more dicky. And we see at the end of the episode what happens. But I probably would have done the same fucking thing. So we understand where he's coming. That's the part of the show that's wild, is even the people that we dislike, it's like, I get why you did what you did. That makes sense. Do I like that you did it? No. Do I think you should have done it? No. Would I have done the same thing? Maybe. Same thing with Carly and everything going on. Do I like what you're doing? No. Would I have maybe done the same thing? I can't pretend I wouldn't have. If I was in your shoes, I just don't know what I would have done. So the biggest reveal or moment of the episode probably comes at the very end of the episode, where New Cap, bludgeons a man to death. He bludgeons that flag smasher to death so hard in the whole square, the town square, where everybody's watching and everybody's filming, and it's past the point of no return. The government's not going to be able to cover it up. There's too many cameras. There's too many people that saw it, as the shield is just dripping with blood. And he has brutally, publicly murdered a flag smasher. And Carly has watched him do it, although, tit for tat a little bit after Lamar ended up dead from the pole. Yikes. This was the biggest, like, what is going to happen now? Where do we go? We know that somehow Sam has to become Cap. Is this how Sam becomes Cap? What does the what is the, I keep forgetting, what is Sharon Carter? We all speculate Sharon Carter is I want to call her office manager, but that's not the name. What the fuck is the name of that secretive person that I can't remember right now? Office manager. Imagine if that's what they were saying. The office manager. It's the office manager. What? I'm just waiting for the chat to catch up. Power broker. Thank you. Power broker, aka office manager. The power broker. I don't know how the power broker will play into possibly Falcon becoming Cap or what's going to happen here, but I don't think after this we're gonna be able. New Cap's gonna be able to stay New Cap, but he has taken the serum now, so there is that. What is it that you guys are thinking? Let me see. Let me know in the Streamlabs and in the super chat. For those of you guys who did, oh shit, I think some of you guys super chatted in, but those went away. So let me know who said what, and I'll just read them. In the Streamlabs, though, let's see what's going on there. That's why I like Streamlabs better, too, because it just stays there. The super chats are still dope, though. All right, in the Streamlabs, let's see. Going on from Leonard Kim, who says, I'm loving Zemo's character more and more, but I don't like that it's becoming increasingly likely that Sharon is the power broker. If only I'd read this before I called her the office manager. The final shot with the bloody shield was powerful. Are Turkish delights as delicious as I imagine? They look... The hair looks pretty. Oh, thank you. I don't know, but they did look good. Also, Nagel made 20 serums if 8 of them were consumed by some flag smashers, including Carly. 7 were stolen by Carly, one of which was consumed by John Walker. Where do you think the remaining 5 could be? Unless I completely missed something. I'm not sure. I think that I don't know how many were broken because we saw the smash, but like some of them could have rolled. Or also when Carly was like, did you find the extras? And he said they were all gone. Maybe there was more in another place. I'm not sure, but interesting. And hey, you're looking for the details, and usually the devil's in the details. Glenn Caesar says, I know what you mean, Roxy, but once again, I refuse to call John Walker Captain America or New Cap. I just don't I just can't do it. LOL. The Dora Milaje are all fucking dope as fuck. The MCU is on some real shit, especially now with what's going on in this country. Totally. Jake Yacovetta says, New Cap is an asshole piece of shit, but all the credit to Wyatt Russell and the writers for making us believe it. Also, I love seeing the Dora Milaje. Yimbabe, did I say that right? Yimbabe. I always fuck up every name that I possibly can. Yeah, I love seeing the Dora Milaje too, because they're the dopest. I know that there was one that came in earlier that I said I'd read later. Robert Turner, who said, Ao and Bucky's connection and journey together, it puts a unique perspective on Bucky's healing and growth, even through the obstacles they face, seeing one another again. Do you think Ao becomes an ally? I think yes and no. I mean, would you call Zemo an ally? I think everybody's got their own motives, but at the same time, we also all are trying to accomplish the same thing, but then everybody's got their own individual motives. So an ally to an extent. Conduct Check says, my main thing is that I really hope they don't kill Walker. Such a great villain. I hope the show isn't the end for him. I would be shocked if it was, just because there's so much that we can do. There's just so much we can do with his character, especially now that he's taken the serum. But maybe Yabambe. Y'all know me and my pronunciations. Okay, Andrew Thomas said, I super chatted. I said, I liked Sam and Carly's conversation, and I think new Captain America is going to be really evil and go out for blood. Well, we just saw him get that blood, though, so... Yeah. There's a lot... Yeah, oh, interesting. Jonathan bringing up Isaiah Bradley. Are we going to see him? Deserves that shield, not John Walker. I think that, that's a good call, but I really think that Cap gave it to Falk. Sam needs to, the shield is his. That's how it works. So, yeah. That's how it works. And then if he wants to give it to somebody, I guess, but it shouldn't just go to a random other person. Morse Code Z says, this happened in Latvertia sorry, you guys know the Streamlabs go on multiple different lines. Is this incident going to lead to Victor Von Doom gaining power? I don't know. I mean, we only have 2 episodes left. So I think that really we've got a lot to tackle. What do you guys think? Let me know. We are going to be getting out of here relatively soon. So just make sure you Streamlabs, Super Chat, all that great stuff as we get out of here. But yeah, and Latveria. Oh, is that how you say it? Sorry, guys. I guess as we are getting out of here, I just want to say that Marvel's doing a phenomenal job with the show. I have all the confidence in the world with what Loki's going to bring to the table. And just as somebody who's a diehard DC fan, I gotta say, Marvel just continues to up their game all the time. And it's really cool to watch. Doesn't have to be a comparison. Obviously, I love Marvel as well. But I'm just saying it's nice. It's nice to just doesn't seem to be that much drama going on. And there's just really great content. And they've got all different kinds of shows for different kinds of people. People like sitcoms or like the more MCU style shows, and just mischievous and action packed. Just really good. Just really, really solid what we're watching them bring to the table. All right, we are going to get out of here. To my loves, thank you guys so much for joining me here today live at the Roxy. Really appreciate all of your support. If you could take 1 second and like this video, and the second that it ends, leave a comment on it. It makes such a difference. Right now, we are stuck at that 19.8 subscribers. We were at 21. We made our way down to 19. We're working our way back. It seems to weeble, but they wobble, but they don't fall down. Who remembers that commercial? Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So anything you guys can do to show support, I really appreciate. If you're watching this after the fact, I read every Streamlabs that comes in between the shows. On the next show, I'll either be live again tomorrow or on Sunday. So look out for that. I appreciate y'all so freaking much for being here. And thank you for everything it is that you guys do. In return, I will remind you guys to blow on your internet. It's important. We got to make sure the internet works. Did you blow on it? Maybe. Also, make your beds. Hopefully, you've done it by this point. Put down the toilet seat and the lid. We don't want them to put falloons. Y'all know. Miles, Brett, Jonathan, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Oh, God. Holocaust Remembrance Day was tough. I was talking to my whatever. It's just not whatever, but just don't trend with the Holocaust unless you're educating people and teaching them about the right things. And I think those are all of the things. Stay safe, stay sane. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon live at the Roxy.